And welcome back to Facebook Live, round 2 of this year's European Rally Championship. We're at the end of stage 6. It's the longest stage of the loop. I remember the comments from this morning when the drivers were saying about the really rough and abrasive tarmac in the middle. There's some drivers in some big fights. The two at the front particularly, it's Lukanek who leads from Pepe Lopez. They're going to have to just throw everything at it, throw no caution at all. They're going to have to watch their tyres through there. They're both, as far as I remember, on the same tyre, but I can't remember now. We haven't seen Lopez so far this year, but looking on the Michelin tyres, I will check Lopez when he comes in. But there's a big fight going on. We're just getting everyone finally through stage 5. John Baptiste Franceschi in the ERC3 category, along with the juniors. He's just at a storming stage time, waiting for more cars to come to see how much time he has taken, if he has gone quickest. But also ERC2 are through. But we are at the end of stage 6, as we say. Raf just looking up there, above the last green part, the last green hill you can see. We're just watching the cows feeding as well. You can kind of see all the grass that they've eaten away on that field down there. But yeah, rallying is great. It takes part in just remote areas, which is a real big spectacle, and in any weather conditions. We saw that in the Azores when it was raining like mad, and we just kept going. The fog was blowing in and out. It is really, really challenging, is this spot. But let's just quickly look through. I've done some results. I can hear a car in the top of the hill, but let's just have a look as we come through here. Alexei Lukanek is our leader. His lead 2.1 seconds over Pepe Lopez. Then it is Marian Griebel third. That is actually outdated. I'm going to go back to that because I remember Chris Ingram went into third place. Let's get it back up on another screen. We'll get it right, but it was correct for the first couple. Ingram, having a storming stage time, came in after I screen grabbed my results, just in case we lose phone coverage. But Lukanek, Lopez, Ingram is up to third. He made up 2 places. Griebel is in 4th. Then it is followed by Ivan Aras in 5th. So Herzig remains in 6th. A couple of position changes there. Ingram gone up 2 places, as I said. Griebel and Aras dropping down a place each. But it is Alexei Lukanek who is out front. Now remember, at the end of the day, there is points given out for day positions. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for our first 7 cars through. Got itchy nose as well. And Lopez, we're trying to kind of get ahead. He's looking at Spanish Championship, if we're totally honest with you, but he wants to match and mix with the best of the best, the creme de la creme of the European Rally Championship. And at the minute, that is Alexei Lukanek, because he was the champion last year. But interestingly, it's a Citroen 1-2. We haven't seen many Citroens in the European Rally Championship so far, but he is, we got 2 of them out front. And remember, they were leading, was the Citroen, in the Azores until Lukanek had that tyre go down on him on the penultimate stage, and then he went and had that huge accident. We'll get some results up for our ERC2 category cars. Now, that's being dominated currently at the minute by Murari in the 1-2-4 Arbath. The Arbath Championship has joined the European Championship this year. They're going to do 6 of our 8 rounds. They're missing the Azores, which we have already had, and they miss Cyprus, which is coming up in the towards the end of the season. But yeah, I've got 4 cars here this weekend. There's more coming. There's a huge prize fund in that championship. If you win the category this weekend, you get €12,000. It's a pretty big prize fund, so that's pretty good. Prize money down to 4th overall, but they are out front at the minute. And Garcia is in 2nd place. Alonso, Juan Carlos Alonso, who is in a Mitsubishi, he is in 3rd. 4th place is Zelindo Meligari. He is in 4th place as well. But Zelindo has got turbocharger issues. ERC3, this is the category for our junior drivers as well. All drivers in front-wheel drive cars, some with turbos, some without turbos. And it is Florian Bernardi who leads that in his Renault Clio, followed by Johan Russell, 2 French drivers out front. Franceschi has just gone back into 3rd place. Remember, he had that issue earlier on this morning where he had to borrow some from the Santalok Racing team. He did that. Fair play to Santalok Racing team. They're in a big fight of these teams. M Sport with the Fiesta, Santalok Racing with the Peugeots, and they lent fuel to a rival. And full credit has to be given to Santalok for that. John Baptiste Franceschi now back up into 3rd with that stage time in the previous stage. Sindre Frosef dropping down to a 4th place. Lorena is in 5th with Achunes in 6th. Has completed that stage through there, and I can't see of any issues and dramas. I can hear the helicopter up and above, but I can't see it. I'm just getting lots of text messages in, so just trying to work out what. Okay, need to just do something else as well. So just checking what is going on with the helicopter. Our radio box is not working, so I need to get some more equipment. So you can just do some GVs while I get some more equipment from the other side of the road. I'm just going to plug in again, so just bear with me. got the radio. So I've got two microphones again now. So we're back on tune with everything. This is where it gets a bit complicated now. We've got a car coming. Tibor Erdi Jr. hopefully should be arriving at stage end. I could hear him, but he might now be in the fog. We can't see the helicopter, so he's up there somewhere. So when the helicopter, obviously that can't fly in the fog, can't the helicopter? So it needs to go round and back. So maybe they are following them up until the fog arrives, which is just up there, and then they will come back and maybe pick them up just towards the end of the stage. But I'm not sure where the road is once they start twisting and twirling around all those hills. It looks like something out of looks a little bit like Chris was saying yesterday. It looks a little bit like the Azores in places. I got a feeling that just looks a little bit like New Zealand as well, just the rolling hills and everything like that. But we are at the end of the stage, waiting for Tibor Erdi Jr. to join us at the end and see then what battles are going on. Jari Lemis in stage 4, the first one after lunch, he had a soft tyre, so I don't know how, I think he had 2 spares, so that would be okay for him. Remember, that was what put paid to Mika Hokkonen's situation this morning. He had 2 punctures and only 1 spare, so Mika Hokkonen had to stop for the day, which is a big disappointment. Paolo Nobre has stopped also for the day. So there's quite a few people having some drama, some fans just coming in at the last minute just behind us to try and get some hot rally action. They're going to just disappear up over the raft, turn the wrong way. If he'd gone the other way, he's kind of typically, if he'd gone the other way, he'd have seen them climbing up the bank, but turning the other way. So I've got my stone ready and we are all ready to go. Let's just see. We heard them. Daniel's just ferreting around in the undergrowth at the end of the stage. Not sure what he's looking for, but he's got his bannering up, he's got his advertising up, and the policeman getting told off, I think, for standing in front of the board at the end of the stage. So, and that's just going to get those results. I'm going to try and get them screen grabbed, so in a hurry I can actually know what's going on. Well, attempt to know what's going on. It's not always the easiest thing to do. And whoops, let's just see what is happening here. I can hear a car definitely now. Definitely can I hear a car now, which is great news. I'm not sure what it is, as I just continue to screen grab my results. As I said, so Bernardi was quickest in ERC 3 in the previous stage, but only by half a second over John Baptist Franceschi in that Ford Fiesta. So close battle at Franceschi, having to really work hard to try and get back. Right, I'm fully up to date, I think. Fully up to date. So, Tibor Erdi Jr. stopped in stage 6 is a message coming through on our board. And so that's why when we did hear a car, it never really reappeared. So Tibor Erdi has stopped in the stage. Big disappointment for Tibor. As we know, we've touched on it before. It's his first time in the car. Just gone down to 11th place overall. At the minute, he's not coming. It could be anything. It could be a tyre change. It could be a mechanical issue. We're not sure. We will find out. That car then that we should be able to hear is the car of Sahena Pehennen in the Hyundai i20 with Alba Sant driving. Remember Alba? She did a couple of rallies last year, Cyprus and Barham Czech Rally's Lane. She did with Katie Munnings. And any Katie fans who are just joining us for the afternoon, if you're wondering, she didn't start this morning. So much pain from her infection in her tooth that she had to go to the dentist this morning. She's had the tooth removed, and so next time we see her, Leopai, only about 3 weeks' time before Latvia. So it'll be interesting to see if Katie can get herself fixed and sorted for that. She put so much effort into this weekend as well. So disappointing for them. They'd been here practicing and doing a lot of pace note training, her and Veronica, new partnership this year. Then they had an off in testing, and then this happened this morning. Well, yesterday the tooth issues started to happen as the first car's about to come into sight. It is a Hyundai i20 R5. Where did my stone go? Oh, it's there. And it is Sahayan in at the end of the stage. Whoops. Get a quick word with him. At the end of the stage, crash helmet is on still. You're going to take that crash helmet off. Alba handing over the time card. Sahayan, a big smile on your face. How was it?
Well, It's amazing. This stage is really hard, but I spent a lot of fun here, and I don't know the tires. Maybe the front left is completely destroyed, but I'm really happy I'm still here, and we will see tomorrow what happens, but now I'm really happy to be here.
That's great, that's brilliant. A nice thumbs up from him as well. And just getting ourselves comfy. Raf just taking some shots. Just turn my microphone up a little bit as well so I can hear myself a bit more. Just taking a quick scoot around the car just to check everything is okay. And time card still being worked on. Albert just checking her phone just to make sure. And you see they've all got these cool boots now with their names on the boots. And we just like kind of across the Velcro strap. They have their Tibor's in. Tibor is in. Right, let's find out. That signals to me potentially a stoppage for maybe a tyre and wheel change, maybe. I'm looking inside the car. Let's just see what we can find out. Get a quick word with Tibor. Tibor, you're out of position. What happened at the stage?
We have a puncture and we stop and change. I'm not happy.
Okay, not happy. So, whoops, not happy for Tibor. I can just. The next car's already in. It's right up behind him. Obviously, Ivan Ares. We got a car slotted in that 2-minute gap. So 3 cars in 2 minutes as Ivan Ares arrives at the end of the stage. Just trying to get in here. We are. Okay, this will be Español. Ivan, Español.
No traigo buen feeling con el coche, las cosas que hemos cambiado no me siento cómodo, sé que puedo atacar más, pero no, el coche no me lo permite, así que a ver si para mañana logramos poner una buena puesta a punto.
Okay, Ivan Ares just been told to wait as well, the tyre card is not coming. I got a feeling he was saying struggling for traction if I was looking at hand signals and working out what he was saying, and looking at working at tomorrow. Obviously get themselves sorted as the car disappears down. Let's just, well, stage time wise we're not really okay, just looking down the road. Car number 11 is through. Next up, Jari Lems. Remember Lems had a tyre and wheel change, wasn't it? I'm sure it was in stage number 4 where Chris was. So we'll get some information on that and see if everything is okay when he's come in here. I'm trying to think. It's really chilly all of a sudden. It is really chilly. The wind has just picked up a bit and the temperature's really dropping. Now that's not going to really make a massive amount of difference, but not to the crews. It will to us because it's colder, but it should be okay. The road is still nice and dry. You just look down the road here, you see little spots of oil as the cars come to a stop. This is just kind of like basically breather pipes and things like that. Just when the engine's running really warm, it breathes quite heavy and bits of oil just drop out. That's quite a regular sight. You also see quite a lot of gravel on the road. Now this comes out of the wheels, and when they've got small cuts and things like that, when they come to a stop, it just kind of falls out of the inside of the wheels. You wonder why we've got a really dirty bit of road right at the end of the stage. That's what it's all from. Next guy, just Hyundai after Hyundai after Hyundai. Another one coming in. This is Jari Lemes. This will be an interesting, again, interview, pure and simply because full face crash helmet. We talked about it yesterday. It's like Formula 1 style crash helmet because it's really really full on. It's really small window to try and get a word with Jari. Jari, how was the stage?
No, tenemos un problema adelante que no nos entra morro y nada, fatal.
Okay, so some small problems. I'm not sure. Oh, and a lot of hand signals, basically saying that he's sliding around a lot. So I don't know why he's still rolling down. There's a truck trying to turn around as well. Has he gone over the? I popped over the stone. Right. I wondered why he went aboard. But the 21 car, Jari Lemes, is through, and what they've done. Obviously, this is the main road normally, and it's closed off at the minute for the rally. And someone's just wanting to get here in their truck. So he's come to the junction. He's just like turning around and waiting behind for the rally to end so he can go through. Pierre Wojtek Staff. Wojtek Staff is next towards us. He's been stopped by the police earlier on. We won't talk about that. and up his tyres. But let's just get our results up to see where Wojciech Staff was. Currently sat in 15th place overall, Wojciech Staff. First time here. He's got so much experience on rallies, Wojciech. He's been rallying for a long, long time, all around the world, but hadn't been to Gran Canaria before to do a rally. So it'll be... it's been a big learning curve. He said at this stage this morning that the plan was to kind of go back to service, have a little bit of a reset, and then come back out this afternoon with the experience gained from the first lap, to speak, and then go back out and do the second lap and see what he can learn and what he can gain from it. So let's just see. Veronica obviously getting him into that control bang on time at the end of the first stage this afternoon. But here he comes. He is in sight. Pull him forward a bit further. Oh, still could have done that. If I don't put the stone underneath, they'll creep all the way. It's going to go out. Just go forward a little bit. That's it. Right. Okay. It's okay now. Whoops. Just dropped the microphone, but I haven't got it. Wojciech, you said this morning it was all about learning particular stages like this. What was this one like second time?
We have put new tires on the front. That's probably everybody. And the feeling from the beginning was better. But the tires got the heat very fast and then quite struggling. But I think it's the same for everyone unless somebody has better setup for the diffs or whatever. But I think it's so hard for the tires that you have to keep, that allows you to stay on the road, especially on this 9-kilometer section with the rough tarmac.
Okay, so 9 kilometers is. No one had told us how long. So I thought one person said it was 12 earlier on. Anyway, whoa. 9 kilometers now. That's okay. This one's just good at the minute, Daniel. I've got that one as a spare. You don't need a very big stone, you see, on tarmac, because on tarmac the tires are so small. You don't need a massively big Just going to get, as Lube now arrives. That's who I thought was coming before. Lube is here. Let's just see where Lube was. He was down in 8th place. Remember, he had that problem this morning in here. Let's hope that it's a lot better. Oh, that's it. Go on. Ow. Ow. Just hurt my foot. Let's see if Lube is better through here second time. Crash helmet coming off. They're all just checking the stage times immediately as they come to the end of it. Pierre, this morning you had an issue in here. Was it better the tires this time?
Yeah, this afternoon it was better. In this one, the 10 less kilometer, I was too careful because I didn't this morning, and I was thinking I will lose the so, but well, it was okay.
Okay, so a little bit better management, probably a little bit slower though. We're going to shut the door, and there he goes. Oh, the stone is getting smaller with every pass. It's now really tiny. I will have to go to another stone very soon. I will have to change to that. And again, just after the stage, the driver's equipment is being checked, as in overalls, crash helmets, and balaclavas, gloves, etc., racing boots. They're all being checked. And that, as we said this morning, that is for the safety standard of making sure they're up to the correct flame-proof level that the crews have to wear. So, Lube through. Lopez is next. Lopez, remember, in second place currently, 2.1 seconds away from Lukanook in the lead. It is a real massive fight at the front. 2.1 seconds between them. Just checking what the gap was. 2.1 seconds. Waiting for Pepe Lopez to arrive. He is in sight now. Yeah, Lopez is on Pirellis with Lukanook on Michelin's. So there's the same car but different tires. So I'm not sure. Someone was pointing at something, but I didn't see what they were at. I don't know whether that's going to hold. I'm going to put a second one underneath that now. There we go. But Pepe Lopez is here. Oh, finished. Whoa. Getting his crash helmet off. I know what's going on now. So Pepe, it's a big fight at the front between you and Lukanook. How was this stage?
Well, very difficult. I think very long one with very abrasive tarmac. So I don't know if maybe we saved the tire too much
I have this doubt, but let's see.
Okay, so that's the problem that the drivers are having is what do they need to do? Do they go full aggressive or do they kind of back off and then regret it at the end? At the end of... right, that stone didn't last, that lasted one car as it broke up. Right, so I just move all of this. Thank you. I'm just kicking the remains of whatever we had there. So Lopez feeling a bit like Lube, feeling that he didn't have the situation to didn't know whether to overuse the tyres or underuse the tyres. This morning, all of them felt that they overused them, and then now they're thinking that they're now thinking that they haven't used them enough and they haven't got the best out of them. But anyway, there's just a little bit of commotion going on behind me. People just wanting to get in front of us, so to speak, to take pictures and things like that. So, but I'm not sure what's happening. But anyway, we'll let that go on behind us as long as I don't get taken out. That's the main thing. Next up, Jose Antonio Suarez. Now, he had an off in testing on Monday, landed on top of Katie's car. And fortunately, both cars were able to start. Katie's didn't for other reasons. But the mechanics of both teams fixing their amazingly. But Suarez, he had a tyre issue in here this morning. He did use his tyres too much this morning. And then after that, he just had to kind of like... It's like, I mean, Jose Suarez is an absolute legend. He's pushing and pushing and pushing all the time. And just watching him come into sight. These cars are so low, incredibly low. And just watching the car as it comes towards me. I mean, his helmet is already off. That's why he's coming down the road really slowly. See if I can chock that wheel. So I can get a quick word with him. That's okay. Jose in here the first time. You had some issues. What was it like second time?
It was hard because the first pass I cannot take information from many corners. I have to improve now, but okay, they started like we don't, but we have to and we will see what's happening. The rally is too long.
The rally is long, that is correct. The guy wants a picture. Suarez has shut the window and just try. Oops. Oh, Raf's going to get a photograph. Oh, got Maguire's cable caught up in his cable. And try and take a picture through the window. That's it. Oh man, that stone wasn't very good. We now want to. Oh man, I need to my original. I need to go back to the original one. Anyway, that was yours. That was yours. I don't know. I'm working off this one, Daniel. Anyway, yeah. Just checking any messages I've got. Daniel's gone foraging again for more stones, but you need a really hard stone because they squash them down when they drive over them. Let's see how good that one. I'm not sure. I've got 3 to choose from now. So Suarez is through. Next, I think, if I remember seeing my start list, was the Ford Fiesta of Nicky Meyer-Mennehoff, and it is Nicky coming into sight. Predominantly, I think it's like a dark grey, or is it black? It is black car with that bright yellow day glow writing on it, and just go slowly because I think you've gone over the top of the stone. I think you might have gone over the top. I'm not sure. We'll find out. No, he's all right at the minute. Quick interview with Nicky. Nicky, you're smiling away, enjoying this one?
Yeah, we took it a little bit too easy. We were thinking of the next stage. That we have some tires left. We saw a lot of punctures, and we took it a little bit too easy. I think we'll have to see about the times, but it's so rough for the tires, and we're in smooth run. But I think we took it a little bit too easy. But we're still here, and it's good.
This morning you had an issue with the car cutting out. Did you find out what that problem was?
We changed something on the ECU, I think, and now I think it's gone, but we're still not sure what it was. So we're a little bit in the dark still, but we hope that they can fix it over the evening and get something from Ramsport. But so far, so good.
That's it. Okay, so an ECU change, or something in the ECU changed as he shuts the door. We shut the door and he disappears off. And we get ourselves sorted. Got a little bit with us now. We don't need the grass either. So Nicky through there, car number 19 I'll try and run through some stage times just as an interest for you from this stage, just as they're coming through. Stage number 6. And stage number 6 is going live, and Lopez is quickest, followed by Lube, 8.9 seconds quicker. It's a 15:41.8 for Lopez. Then Lube, Suarez, Arras is our top 4, and Nicky Menahov just fitting in there in 6th. The VW Polo arrives at the end of stage. Herzig currently 6th place overall. Now let's see if Norby has been able to push. Everyone so far virtually telling us that they have been taking it nice and steady, not damage their tyres, and trying to look after it. But let's see what Norby's done in this one. Staying online, that's it, I'm staying online, that's good. Norby, there's a smile on your face as always. This stage, have you kept hold of the tyres or did you keep pushing?
We tried pushing a little bit more like than the loop. The car absolute fantastic. The tires was again fantastic. A little bit went wrong, just the brake, but I tried save the brake, but the feeling was a little bit much better than the last loop.
That's it. It's a good run for him as well at the moment as well, in there, 6th place overall. I thought I could see my own breath here then. It's not that cold. Oh, this rock's starting to give way as well. It's been it's been run over now by, well, 45 cars this morning, and another 6 or 7. It's only a tiny little rock, but it's doing okay. It's doing okay. Herzig, remember, coming into this in 6th place. He was in front of Habai. His Habai was only 4.8 seconds. So we'll see what he does there. Let's just see where he slotted in on the overall classification time, stage times wise. Herzig time is not in yet. Slowest time through so far, naturally, is the stage time of Thibaut Ogier Jr. Herzig now comes through 3rd quickest, 10.9 seconds off the leading time, 15:52.7. 15:52.7 for Norbert Herzig as he completes. Next up, Chevy Ponce. Where was Chevy Ponce? He hasn't really had the best of days. He's never been really super happy. Ponce sitting in 12th place, only 0.9 of a second away from Erdy, so that's gone because Erdy stopped and changed the wheel. So he will be up to 11th. What can he do? He was only less than 3 seconds behind. He was less than 3 seconds behind Menahov in 10th place. So depending on what kind of run that Chevy Ponce has had, Chevy could make himself up a couple of places here and get himself onto the fringes of the top 10, which he will be pretty happy with. And just again checking the results, checking the times on the board of the results. Get a quick word at him. Chevy, you're just outside the top 10, but a good time in here could put you into the top 10.
Yeah, tomorrow it's another day. Today it's improving every stage. For tomorrow, maybe it's possible finish in the top 10.
Okay, away. This guy wants to be away. They all want to come in, and all they want to do, the drivers, is just get away. Keep those brakes. Keep the car, basically air coming through the car. So on through the brake engine, that we don't suffer too much from what we call, or what some of the World Championship teams call with their World Rally cars, is heat soak. And basically that is just generated when the car's on the stop line. All the heat in the engine bay basically just starts to kind of overheat everything inside the engine bay. Batteries, alternators, things like that. So it's kind of like a real issue for them, but not so much of an issue on R5s. But the drivers still want to get away as fast as they possibly can. Remember, still 2 stages to go today. Stages 7 and 8. Chris Rawls is on his way down to them. 1.44 Ks twice around the streets of Las Palmas. Next up, Lewis Monzon. He had no brakes at the end of stage 4. He had no brakes at the end of stage 3. Monzon having a tough time this weekend. Where was he sitting? Just trying to find his time. He was sitting in place overall. Monzon under threat, as well, from Chevy Ponce. Chevy Ponce on the stage run could make himself up 2 or 3 places in this stage, depending on what Monzon's done in here. He said the tyres were overheating first. Also, the brakes. He was pushing the brake pedal. It was going down to the floor. The Orsak Motorsport Run car. Talked to Yaroslav Orsak a couple of nights ago in the restaurant. And he's here running 2 cars. He's Gotta stay in. You need to stop. I need you to stop. He's not going to. He's not going to stop. He's left the co-driver on the side of the road. He slows down enough to let the co-driver jump out, and then the co-driver will collect the time, and Monzon will just move his way down. So that indicates to me that the brakes are a little bit hot. He's got the co-driver's got his time card. That's him running down the road now with his time card. So Jose Carlos has to keep up with the rally car as Monzon just keeps going. He doesn't really stop, and then he's away. So no interview. I don't think we need an interview. He's got hot brakes, very hot brakes, and he wanted to get himself away. A little bit of dirt and stuff just coming out of the wheels as he was slowing down as well there. So, but yeah, Monzon hot brakes, even though he did. I can virtually assure you that it was hot brakes. Marianne Griebel next. Let's just see where and if anything Ponce has any places in that stage. Let's just refresh the times. Let's see if Lewis Monzon's time has gone in there. Jari Lewis Pons. Monzon's time has gone into there. So let's just see. Chevy Ponce has gone past. Who has he gone past? He's gone past Staff. He's gone past Lemmes. Thibaut Udi Jr. He hasn't quite got Monzon as the next car arrives. And this is Marianne Griebel. Marianne Griebel sitting in 4th place. Just dropped that position before. 1.8 seconds away from 3rd place. And Chris Ingram. They were teammates 2 or 3 years ago. They were teammates in the Opel Adams. And, whoa, sorry, Raf, sorry. Whacked the door as hard as I could into Raf's lower region. And he's now okay. But Marianne, big battle for the final podium place, even though we're so early in the rally.
Yeah, it's quite exciting. Yeah, I had a good tire management in the stage, no mistakes. I think we were 10 seconds faster than in the first run, so everything is quite good, and I will fight for the podium spot.
Just noticing every time we open the door in this car, it smells massively of petrol. Does that like putting you a bit dizzy?
In the first loop, I was thinking about what is this, but I think it's just the guys from the petrol station, so yeah, it's okay.
That's it. It's a real strong smell of petrol. Remember, the fuel tanks in these cars are inside the cars. The fuel tanks are inside the cars in special containers, like special bags. And they refuel them. So they lift up the tailgate and they refuel them, or they open the side door and they refuel them. That car, massively smelling of fuel. Oh, the cloud's getting lower and lower up there. I think we've got a bit more. Mist coming in. Next to us, Lukas Habaj, championship leader. Chris loves to say that. Habaj currently sitting in 7th place overall. What can Habaj do? 4.8 seconds away from Herzig. And he's got Lube 9.4 behind him. So everyone in and around him. Habaj will want to get himself up a little bit further to get any day points. He's got 1 currently at the moment, day point wise. He could do with a couple more day points if he can. Because depending on what Lukanook does, Lukanook could take 7 here. So Habaj will be wanting a couple more in there. If he can. Habaj in sight. Everything looking okay. He came round the corner. Let's just hope everything is okay when he arrives at the stop line and he has something to tell us. Let's just see. I got a quick word with Lucas. He leaves his crash helmet on, but Lucas, second pass through here. It's a bit of a fight towards 7th, 8th with you.
I was trying, to push, but it's difficult, everybody's driving so fast. I think our pace is not bad, but of the other drivers is a little bit better, so we just need to sit down and think what we can do. But yeah, we didn't do any mistakes. I was just really trying to attack now, but again, it's not easy, and this stage is quite difficult, although we didn't have any problems, and tires and brakes were just fine, so so far so good.
That's it, yeah. It's a lot of the local drivers, the Spanish drivers who are gapping, so to speak. They're gapping Lukanook from Habaj, and because Habaj is still learning on tarmac. That's what he's doing, still learning on the tarmac. So, as we said earlier on, he's got a love-hate relationship with this rally. He's won here in ERC3 on his first time here. Then he crashed the following year in free practice 1. and destroyed the car. Basically missed a couple of rallies because of it. And then last year he just was off pace, just getting his confidence back and everything. So he's in top 10. He's in 7th place at the moment. I'm sure, I can't remember, no, running order is given after now. I'm sure that's correct. Lukanook in sight. Now the leader of this rally will wait to get his time up. Let's see if it has popped up. Let's just see if Lukanook's time is there. Waiting for Lukanook's time. He'll ask me what it is. Do I know it? And what it is like compared to the others. I'm just waiting to see if it comes up. Let's just get a word with Alexei Lukanook. It's not there yet. Waiting. Lukanook just looking down as I just get sorted at the end of the stage. Alexei, you've got the cap now. I'm still waiting for the time to come in. Is it for you?
Really enjoyable. I think we found not bad balance with the car, so big pleasure to drive it.
And what is that balance then? Is that just like setup or you and everything?
Yeah, I think it's set up. I have a good feeling. The note's almost perfect. Okay, some guys are pushing really hard, and we have a good fight, so we enjoy it.
Well, you've gone quickest again by 4.2 seconds, so that's good for you.
Yeah, that's good.
That's it. Okay, just got the time. Gracias, thank you very much. Person holding the door open for us. So the lead now 6.3 seconds out front. Chris Ingram, remember, making 2 places up in the previous stage. Ingram already into sight. Just checking out time, 6.3 seconds was leading margin now. Chris going really slowly. Oh man, that stone's just broken again. Chris going really slowly in that slow down area for the control, pure and simply to let Alexei get out of the way so he didn't have to wait any longer for us. Waiting for Ingram's time to go on the board. Ingram has gone 4th quickest through. Ingram still in 3rd place. Chris Ingram, the previous stage time was great. You moved up 2 places. You're maintaining that 3rd place at the minute.
Yeah, very pleased with that. My confidence is building all the time. I lost the brakes near the end of that, but yeah, the times are good. Getting from 3rd overall, despite I'm really not going as quickly as I can. I'm pleased.
So I'm just looking at your boots. You've got the ticker tape from the Azores and on them. So try and get a picture of that. This is like wearing. That's the stained ticker tape from the winner from the podium in the Azores on Chris Ingram's boots. I love little things like that you notice, and do like those little insights. Albert is already with us. So yeah, stained boots from the Azores podium for Chris Ingram. And you'll see what I mean. The ticker tape has kind of like basically got stuck on there, and we got Albert's at the end of the stage, shrugging his shoulders. Albert, what's going on? You're looking at and then you're shrugging your shoulders.
I'm struggling already. Everything is so difficult. I mean, this is really bloody difficult, and I'm not happy with the car. We have too much understeer in the car, and that makes it something difficult even more difficult. And so I'm a little bit frustrated at the moment, because I think it could be a bit easier. We could make it a bit easier ourselves at the moment. I had also the brake at the end. Okay, that lies in the nature of the thing. Was fading a little bit, but hey, happy to be here. First day.
That's it, good first day. His face when he says this is so difficult, the facial expression on him was kind of like, I don't know why I'm here. This is really hard. But we love Albert. We love them all. But Albert is just so funny the way he carries on. But so a top 3 as we stand now at the end of that stage. Alexei Lukanook 6.3 seconds ahead of Pepe Lopez. Oh, Lars is in. We'll just get a quick word. I want to pull him a bit forward. He hasn't got his sunglasses on now. And then it is Ingram, Griebel, Herzig. Herzig up, I think Herzig place there. Pure and simply, I'm sure Herzig is up a place. But I'll have to just double check that when we get to the end. When we get Lars out of the way, we'll get a quick word. Lars is a bit mad. He's a bit mad. Lars, how are you doing? You struggled a little bit in this one this morning, but what's it like now?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit better. We made a few setup changes, but still it's the same road. It's amazing. Great scenery to look at.
It is great scenery to look at, yeah. Are you enjoying your ERC experience?
Yeah, I think it's just awesome. Everything is great. The island is great, roads are great. You are great, you look brilliant. Amazing fans, I mean, could it be better?
We like you, we like you. Last look at him. Yeah, apparently we look great. Me and Raf look great. I'm not so sure about that, but oh well. I think we've got a fan. I think he likes us. Yeah, he likes us. Yeah, we like him. He thinks we look great. He's obviously not seen any of our product because he thinks our product's good as well, but we kind of just talk a lot about stuff. But anyway, Lars is through. Last time we saw him in ERC was 2016 in the Azores, where he finished 20th in a Ford Fiesta R5. Since then, we haven't seen him in the ERC. Hopefully, he might come to Latvia and things like that, so that'd be good. Print Sport running that car. They've run quite a few cars around the world, so one of the VWs. Albert's still just parked down there. Albert, if you wondered why we hadn't seen him for a while, he had a bad back, and he's had to be recuperating. I think he's back fixed, and now he's a lot better. So it took a long time. So we've got Håkon in here this weekend, who had an issue with his shoulder. It was his right shoulder. He had surgery on, 3 months out of action. And then Prince Albert, he had a problem with his back, and he's had surgery on that. Remember, Håkon did the rally for today with that double puncture, one in the stage, one on the road section, costing him any chance of getting back to service because he only had one spare. You can take 1 or 2 spares. That's your choice. He took 1. And he just had a lot of bad luck. So disappointing for him here. Waiting for the next car. Let me see who the next car should be. It should have been Paolo Nobre, but Paolo Nobre has decided and elected not to restart this afternoon. He was a little bit frustrated at the end of this stage this morning. Another one of those interviews where you go, wow. Well, I was pleased I did that one because people will remember it. Next up should be Emma Falcon. She just arrives into sight. The young Spanish girl. She had some gearbox issues this morning. I don't know whether that car's a bit low on the rear. No one's kind of gesticulating anything on that side. Just chocked the wheel. I'm just going to go round, just check myself. Nope, everything okay. Door's open. The fans are opening the door for us now. It's great. Emma is ready. A bit hot. How is it?
This is fine, but the last 5 kilometers we didn't have a break. But the rest is okay.
Okay, and how is the gearbox now?
I think it's okay now.
That's good. So everyone's saying about the brakes, and Emma Falcon upgrading obviously from an ERC3 car last year in her Citroën S3 R3T, I think it was full name and terminology, into a Citroën C3 R5, and Alexandros Souloftis has just appeared into his first ever rally on tarmac, and we pull him down the hill. Get himself sorted. He's already got the crash out. Chock the wheel up. It's like a little routine that we do at the end of the stage. And we get a quick word with Alexandros Souloftis at the end of it. So, Alex, that's the big stages over and done with today. 2 more super specials. How have you thought the day's gone?
Yeah, well, in terms of performance, I'm really happy. We keep increasing our pace every kilometer. The last loop wasn't so good for us. The police stopped us before we start the loop, and a little bit with our we played it a little bit, but in general I'm happy, you know, with our performance and everything, and our pace notes. We're getting quicker and quicker to where we want to get. So you know, it's a long day tomorrow again, and our goal is to keep getting better and getting the experience.
That's it. Well, I mean, he's got round without any dramas, which quite a few people have had dramas, and other people coming for the first time sometimes, they end up in the boonies. But not Souloftis today. He has got through all the big stages. 2 more stages, as we mentioned before, going on. Paolo Nobre didn't complete. Then it was Emma Falcon, Souloftis. I think we've got another bit of a gap. Oh no, we don't. We've got one coming in. So this is Alberto Monari. Just lost the lead in the ERC2 category in the previous stage. Let's just get those results up. No, so I'm wrong. He's in the lead. They keep changing. So in the lead. Whoops. And yeah, Monari. It's a Spain 1-2 in this category. Get a quick word with Alberto. Alberto, how was the stage for you?
Well, it's better than
than the time before. So now we don't take care with the tires. I think it's better this time. The time is better, of course. So let's see. It is enough for keep the first position.
That's it. Big battle going on in the Abarth Cup, and remember this huge prize money as well in this championship. As the second car comes towards us, just move the little stone out of the way. This should be David Garcia. It'll be El Spaniol, I'm just sure. Garcia's in second place, 20 seconds. Whoa, 27 seconds away from the lead, and I think that should be enough. Get a quick word with David. He's just going through his setup. He's got a real cool setup on the dashboard. David, how was the stage?
Muy bien, muy bien. Hemos tenido un pequeño problema en el SS6. Había una zona de mucha tierra y nos hemos ido y nos costó bastante salir porque me patinaba mucho el coche. Era en la cuesta, en una cuesta bastante empinada. Pero bien, hemos sabido mantener la concentración y bueno, vamos a ver.
And that's him through. I'm just looking at some of the dashboards. Someone signed his car as well. I don't know whose signature that is on the roll cage. Can't work it out. It's not one that I recognise, but someone has signed the car. And but yeah, just looking at it, quite cool. I might, when we see them again, I might take some in detailed photos of inside the dashboard. Got a picture of the car on the dashboard and the different brake balances and things like that. We'll try and get those little bits of info for you on the next event that they're at, which is going to be Leopold. So the first two on the in the ERC2 category. I don't think there would have been a change because it was all pretty regular through there. I think they would be through and everything should be okay for them. I think the positions will remain the same at the end of the 6 stages. Yes, they are. The lead just extending by a couple of seconds in that. So we are clear now. Monarari is still out front, followed by Garcia. Next up should be Zalindo Meligari. Now Zalindo having a charger issue. He had the problem arise this morning in the first loop. Once they discovered what it was, there's 30-minute service in the service part, 30 minutes. They need 40 to change a turbocharger on an Evo 10, and they decided not to take the gamble, not to take any road penalties, keep going round. And one of the reasons why they've continued is 2 of the 6 ERC2 competitors so far have stopped today, so they'll get what we call restart penalties of 7 minutes per stage. Every stage that he can complete, he doesn't get any penalties, so that gives him a much better overall position. If he decided to stop at lunchtime, that would have given him a real massive amount of penalties, similar to what everyone else has got. So as Juan Carlos Alonso is before him. Juan Carlos, oh yeah, I didn't see Juan Carlos on the list there. Juan Carlos Alonso through, but we'll get Zalindo, hopefully we will get him, but he decided to elect to carry on pure and simply for less penalties, so to speak. Zalindo is right behind him, obviously, and Juan Carlos overtaking him. Juan Carlos, end of that stage. Did you overtake Zalindo in the stage?
Yes. We passed him, I think, 5 kilometers. He have troubles on the engine, I think. But we are very happy with our work because our cars are really faster than our Evo, but this is the Warrior, and we are here.
Yeah, this is the Warrior. This car will come back into play when we get onto the gravel. The Mitsubishis will come back into play against the rear-wheel drive Abarth. So it is a real split in the championship. We've got a queue building up. This might be a very quick interview with Zalindo Meligari, really quickly. Because Zalindo will pull him down a bit further. I don't know whether he's got his time card back. We'll get a really quick word with him because we're minute gaps and Zalindo obviously arriving. Zalindo, everything kind of complete now, so you've got through these stages.
My destiny is run in Canarias without turbo, like last year. The same. Okay.
Okay, that's it. Well, all he can do is just keep going. That's all he can do is just keep going. Got a queue building up now. I don't know whether we just try a little bit just to try and shorten this queue. Get a quick word with Jan. So shorten the queue. He can go straight away once he's got his time card. Daniel being the marshal a little bit. And getting a quick word. Jan, what was it like through there?
Yeah, this was better, and I am happy. I have car good and it's good.
Okay, it's good, right. We'll get Jan to pull down. Then we'll get Jan to pull right down, and then we will get John Baptist Franceschi in front of him. Oh, we need him just to pull forward a bit. So they're still just struggling. Tell you what, we'll go back up. We'll get up here. Get a quick word with him. I tell you. Oh, yeah. Okay. JB, how's that big push in the previous stage? A big push here as well?
Yeah. We try to push. It's not easy with the tires, with the gestion. But okay, I enjoyed the stage, so I'm happy.
That's good, he's happy. Right, we're going to go back to our original position because Lorena is in. I need to find out what happened to Lorena in the previous stage. And Franceschi comes through the stage. He's on his way. Co-driver saying he's good to go. Don't stop him there. Don't stop him there. No. Come, bring him down. Bring him down. That's it. We're having just a little bit of a discussion because we don't want him stopping where he was going to stop. We want Lorena in here. So we'll get a quick word with him. Friend, what happened in the previous stage? The time seemed a little bit slow.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to attack, but except Rosell, we are the second, I think. The 4 is too fast on the uphill, so I think this time maybe you can do 2 or 3 seconds better, but not too much. We are on the limit.
Okay, because I thought maybe it was a problem in stage 5, but no. Okay, right. So he's just struggling on the uphill. Struggling on the uphill. The Ford, it's got a turbocharger in the Ford. It's a smaller engine, but with a turbo, and it gets itself like up the hills massively fast. Johan Rossell is with us now. We'll get a quick update from Rossell. I've got the text message. That could be some more information. Rossell was 10 or so seconds behind coming in. 16.4 it was. Just need to change that round. Johan, a big fight at the front of ERC3. How was this one?
Yes, I am happy to my first leg. I don't have engine with a turbo, and in the climb it's very difficult, but I am happy to my setting, to my car. We have a very push today, and we will see tomorrow.
That's it. Another driver saying about the up where the Ford is absolutely flying up the hills. That new car debut in February this year, and it's got a lot of followers. I got a funny feeling there'll be a fair few Fords coming around soon. And Sindra Fursev in 4th place, only 5.8 away. Sindra, we'll just get a quick word with you as you come through this stage. How was that one? You enjoyed it first time through. How was it second time?
A bit hard. I think we are slightly off setup wise because it was a bit more difficult to take care of the front tires this time than last time.
Okay, probably because you're pushing harder, I suspect. As our leader arrives, he had a 16.4 second lead. Bernardi is in, just getting Sindra Furusev's time, and he's just checking his stage times. Okay, we're going to just got one more car, I think, for our Facebook Live, and then whoops, Florida's a big smile on his face. It was a great stage time in the stage before from him as well. Whoops, got the door open. To just change that around, get a quick word with him, see how he's doing. But just waiting for the cameraman to get himself sorted. I think we're ready. I think it's going to come off as well. It is brilliant. We'll get a quick word with him. They're all storing their caps underneath the seat. That's a Thierry Neuville trick, that is. But Florian, it's been a great day so far for you. How have you enjoyed the second pass of this stage?
It's better. My setup is better. This morning, and 5 best time, I think, in 6 stage. It's good start for my first rally in my season.
It is a very good start. 2 more to go. Good luck. We see you later on. So Yeah, the driver, Neuville, started to keep his cap, and we've got the Facebook Live is going to disappear off. Now we're live tomorrow. Whoops, we're live tomorrow on stages 9 and 12, 10:40 CET and 17:25 CET. That's stages 9 and 16, and that is our coverage from today. Over and done with. I hope you've enjoyed. See you later on. Thank you very much. We're going to do